Hi guys, welcome to another Guild Ball Informer video. You are here for episode 3 of the Guild Ball Informer match report, and as you can see with the handsome gentleman stood next to me, it's not Jay, it's HGG James himself.
Hi guys.
From Hotgates Gaming. So you'll have seen him, this is your first foray into match report on a different channel.
It is, I think this is the first time I've ever been at the mercy of anybody else or anybody else's editing. So what I usually do is take these videos back and try my best to make me look really good. I can't do this on this occasion, so I apologise in advance.
So we are bringing you today I'll be playing Alchemists, I'll be playing Pure Alchemists, so I'll have, we'll go through the teams afterwards actually, so we'll do a rundown on who are you bringing to the past today.
Well, you have challenged me. It's quite interesting that you bring an Alchemist considering the season 2 that I'm going to be doing, so this should hopefully be some serious learning for me. But you've challenged me to use a Butcher's team minus Shank, who hopefully if you are subscribed to Guild Ball Informer, you are interested in Guild Ball and therefore have been watching Hotgates Gaming.
You will see why.
Yeah, because we've just had a good 90-minute chat, so we should make for a good podcast, about how the Butchers got on in season 1, and he was very much the MVP. So I feel like I'm in the water without armbands.
Yeah, so we'll see how you play the team without. So I think you had quite a heavy reliance on Shank in your. Rightly so, he's a fantastic player, yeah. Scores goals and takes people out. So we'll see how you get on without. So we'll cut and go on to the teams, just so you guys can see we've got a new branding coming up to make us look a little bit more professional than the Batman. But
is that what it is? This is a YouTube competition versus orange versus, well, I was going to say green, but you're really white and black, aren't you?
Yeah, white and black. So we'll cut and we'll show you the teams, and we'll come back then. Cheers, guys. So here we are with the home team. It's me running the Alchemist today. So we have Midas here with his converted scything blow arm. Not that he probably will be able to get that off today, but it's a nice model all the same. Then we've got the mascot Flask. We have Venin, season 2 Venin with his lovely yellow rubber gloves. And then we've got Vitriol dancing about around a rock. We have again my converted Compound, and we have finally Calculus. So that's the 6 I'm bringing today, Pure Alchemists, although we have 2 Season 2 models in the range, so we'll see how those guys get on and synergise. Over to the away team. So here we have Ox, the captain, in the middle with Boar, Boiler and the mascot Princess, so pretty standard there. 2-inch melee from Boar, but a lot of damage output. We then have on the right hand side the more sort of footballing side of the Butchers. We have Brisket, a lovely paint job there, James.
Thank you.
And Tenderizer, smashing, look at that, smashing his mallet into the ground.
He's no Shank though, really.
He is no Shank.
I'm already regretting.
As you'll have seen, no Shank. So James is feeling quite naked here with a Shankless Butchers team. So we will see how he fares. Hopefully. Not very well, but we will see. We will come back once we have set the board up and rolled for who's going to kick us. So we've joined here with the setup, so you're behind the Alchemists setup line. The Butchers lost initiative, so Alchemists elected to receive the ball, so the ball has actually ended up here, right deep into the Alchemist half. We've got Calculus on the left, Compound, Midas, Venin, a Flask and Vitriol, and then across from us we have Brisket, the dog Princess, Boiler, Tenderizer near the goal, Ox did the running and the kicking, and then Boar behind him. So we'll come back when we've put down our influence. The Calculus has 3 influence, a Compound has none, Midas has 5, Venin 1, and Vitriol on the end with 4. And over to the Butchers, we've got 2 on Brisket, we have 3 on Boiler, nothing on Princess at the moment. We have 4 going on Ox, and then 1 on Boar, which he needs to have, with another 2 to go down. A couple on Brisket and another on Boar. On Ox, sorry. And the Alchemists get to activate first. So Calculus is going to go first. She's just going to move the ball out of the way for now. She's going to jog up to collect the ball to there. And then she's going to drop Nauseous Blast on Ox, which is 8 inches away. And then she's going to try and pass the ball to Midas, who is 6 inches away with her 3. So her first 2 is Nauseous Blast on Ox, which he's 3s to hit. So that goes off. So Ox takes 2 damage and the poison condition. We'll get the poison stuff out in a second. And then she's going to try and pass the ball to Midas, and she has a kick of 3/6. So 3 dice, any 4, which she gets. So there's we've got the new GBI Informer dice. Lovely 6. So she passes the ball successfully to Midas, and that is her activation over. So Tenderizer to go next, and he's just going to do a little saunter up. So he's staying within 4 of the goal for his Rush Keeper, but he has no influence, so nothing beyond that. Just he's learnt from the blind or the blasts, trying to ensure that his models are out of range. So it's over to the Alchemists, who are just going to do a very similar thing with Compound. So he's just going to move, ensuring that he is still within 4 of the goal there. And then over to the Princess going next, again with no influence, so just going to go a free jog and stand next to the cover, ensuring out of range of any blasts. Not too bothered. Done. Mask is going to just go here, and if he drops his cloud, it's not going to hit Vitriol, so he's going to trundle sideways slightly, and then drop his cloud, smoke cloud, to give Vitriol's knocking over. Vitriol's in cover. Over to the Butcher. Ball here is just going to again trundle forward a little bit, being quite defensive, staying again conscious of blind and any blasts from the Alchemists.
Blind's not an AoE anymore though, isn't it?
No, it's blind's not after the Arta, but the Nauseous Blast. And so after much deliberation, Midas is going to go. He's going to spend momentum to gain +2/+2 move. So he's got a jog of 7 inches now. So he's going to jog forwards with the ball. So 6 takes him to the end of the stick, and then another one takes him to about there, which should put him within 8 inches of Tenderizer. So he's going to try and steal Tenderizer's ground pound. So that costs all 5 of his remaining influence. To true replicate. So we'll... this is going to be a gamble because he's going to die if it doesn't go off next turn anyway. So 5 dice against whatever Tenderizer's defense is.
Please.
So it goes off. So he's copied whatever ground pound is. And then he is done. Measure this out. Boiler's going to activate next, and he's just going to wander up to be just out of threat range of Vitriol.
And he is going to spend 2. And he's going to Swift Stance Ox.
Okay.
Swift Stance Ox.
So Boiler's also marking target on Midas. So 5. No, lovely 1. So Venom's just going to go here, and he's going to actually sprint 8 inches. So he's going to go 6 to there, and another 2. About there. Can you move him for me? Ox is going here now.
So the thinking behind this is there's no way at the moment, without Vitriol doing some cool stuff, that the Alchemists are going to be able to generate any momentum. I'm quite keen to try and get going on the next turn. So this is a risk because Compound is covering her, but first thing that Ox is going to do here is he's going to spend 1 and he's going to tough skin himself. So at the moment he's forced to hit and 2 armour, which is pretty reasonable for him. Okay, at which point he's then going to spend 2 and he's going to be charging, and he has a 8-inch charge like so, and he's going to be charging up. He can't quite get into base contact, but he's going to charge up to that point there. So here's cover, there we go. Move that out of the way, and that costs 2. Okay, so he has got his tough skin and everything there.
So this triggers Compound to be able to do a charge. So Compound is just going to charge forwards to that, and then we will try and hit him. So we have attack 5 normally, 4 for the charge, +1 for calculus, but -1 for the cover. So we're on 9 dice in total.
So 9 dice. So there's 2 armor here, so it's effectively -2. I want to see a bit of a whiff roll.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. A bit of a whiff roll. Is he 3s? Ouch! That's okay. All hits.
It's not because he's got swift stance on.
Oh, 4s. It's 4s. Oh, look at that. That would have been nice if they were 3s.
Just the one.
Just the one hit. So that's only 1 momentous damage. So this is paid off here for Ox. So it's 1 damage to Ox.
1 damage. I'll take that all day
from the charge. So that if he hadn't managed to have swift stance on, that would have been horrific.
Swift stance and tough skin combined there.
Makes that amazing. So on the charge we have how many dice?
We have, well, he's tack 7.
Yep.
He would go up by 4 for the charging, but because of cover and the crowding out, that's -2.
So
9 dice. 9 dice.
Here we go. 4s and 1.
4s and 1. So I can see 4.
So 3 with armour.
So 3 with armour, which isn't great on Ox's playbook. But that's not why we're doing this. So he is going to do a momentous 1 damage, which of course becomes 2 and gains me a point of momentum.
And he still has 2 left on him.
He still has 2 left, so we're going to immediately spend that. We're going to hit again. He's tack 7, but it's actually going to be tack 5. Again, this is all more about momentum generation and damage at this point. Okay, so 4s and 1. And there we go, so that's 2 again. So again, we're going to do the same again. Momentous 2 damage. I'm going to spend the final one to do exactly the same again.
Here we go.
And all this. That's terrible.
But that has generated the 2 momentum, which hopefully will mean you will get the chance to go first next turn, which was the whole plan. So Vitriol is going to go here, and she's just going to spend 1 to sprint. She's got a sprint of 11 inches now with the cover. So she's going to have plenty to get around to there. And then she's going to spend 1 to put a smoke cloud down, which I'll need to get in a second. And then she's going to spend 2 to clone herself. So she's in cover and she's risk it's going here. So she's just going to have a sprint. We've pre-measured this, so she's going to sprint 8 inches up to there. And then she's going to spend 2 to throw a dirty knife at Dirty Midas. So 5s. No. So that is the end of the turn. So we have Butchers up 2-0 on momentum. So we will see. Let's do the roll now, and then we'll do the maintenance phase with the conditions afterwards. So white dice for the good and noble Guild Ball Informer Chris, and the red dice for the Dirty Butchers. Oh, it's off the table, and it's a 1. Oh, yeah. I'm recording it. It's a 1. We're having a 1. He can try and roll again, but we're taking the 1.
Take it.
We're taking the 1. Plus the 2. It is actually a 1. There you go. So I'm going first. Thanks, guys. Influence here. Butcher's going to go first. Calculus has 1 because she's taken some damage, and it looks like Ox is loaded up here. Compound with 1, Venom 2, Midas 5, Vitriol 4, Flask none, and then Boiler's got 3, Brisket's got 3, and Boar has 1. So we'll give James some thinking time, and then we'll come back with the Butcher's activation. After much deliberation, Boar is just out of base-to-base charge range of Midas, which with unpredictable movement, even though it has a 2-inch melee, means that Midas would get to dodge away, so it would be a wasted charge. And would end his activation because he's failed a charge. So James has decided to go with Ox first, and he's just going to repeatedly punch a woman in the face, which doesn't sound very nice to me. But a man with a beard like that, it doesn't look like a very nice person.
What? Should we do it? Should we pop up his legendary?
Well,
should we give it a go? It doesn't benefit anyone else right now.
It's either that or saving it till next turn when people are nearer, but if you want to ensure you kill Calculus, she has 11 wounds left. Your call.
It's a tough one, and I don't think it's necessarily the right decision.
But it's a bit of fun. Let's just do it.
No, let's not do it.
Okay.
I'm just going to go for it. Right,
So-
so it's only 5 because of cover and the crowding out.
Yep. So 4s and 1 armour.
What's on 1? That's good.
So that is 3. That's not quite good enough.
No, you need 4 with Ox, so he's going to do a momentous 2 damage. Gains a point of momentum.
Pen, please. Draw.
And he spent 1 to do that. And he's then going to use that momentum, bonus time this next one.
Yep, so 6 dice.
So 6 dice.
Still 4s and 1 armour. He's looking for the 4 hits here. So 5, that's not going to do it either. That's going to do nothing.
That's nothing. Unbelievable. Spend the next one. Spend 2, and that's. I've got nothing to bonus time with, so let's try and get something.
That's 1 hit.
So momentous 2 damage. Point of momentum.
7 wounds.
I'm going to hit again.
Yep.
With a good roll.
Come on. These magnets underneath.
So again, it's a momentous 2 damage.
You're racking up the momentum there. So she's got 5 wounds left. 1 hit to go.
So spend that one.
Here we go. That's where they all hit. 2 hits again.
2 hits again, so a momentous 2 damage.
So down to 3 boxes. And Ox hasn't moved yet, so he still can move if he would like.
Yeah, he will move, and he's going to move, so he's engaging
Both.
both of them there,
Yep.
like so.
But still within the cover.
Still in the cover. I'm going to spend one of the points of mental was out to 3 then.
You should have been, yes.
Yep, so I'm going to spend that 1, and I'm going to heal myself.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So there we go, so back up, and I've got 1 left. So there we go.
Over to the Alchemist. So Midas is going to go here, and he's got the ball, and he's going to charge Compound here. But as he passes, he's going to... Tenderizer, sorry. But as he passes, he's going to get a parting blow from Brisket. Hold on, am I? Because if I actually just charge like that and stay out of her melee.
Can you?
Yeah.
But you need to be 1 inch
I
away
know
from
him.
him.
Yeah, so he's going to take a parting blow. So he's going to end up here. 1 inch away. So Brisket's parting blow. So she has 8 dice.
2 for parting blow, 2 for being in 4 inches of the dog.
And 5 for Midas.
Needing 5s.
And
we get 3.
So it's not the rat, fortunately.
It's not right, but we do get 3. Now 3 for Brisket. Could be a anything up to momentous 2 damage with a 1 inch dodge, which she could do. But what she's instead going to do is she's going to tackle the ball.
So she's going to tackle the ball off Midas. Which makes sense.
I think.
Midas would shoot after this probably. So Midas's charge. So he's going to get 3, 4, 5, 6 as standard. 4 for the charge.
I'm going to declare that I'm counter-attacking with Compound.
With Tenderizer.
Tenderizer, that's your fault.
Okay. And then I lose a dice because of Big Fat Boy. So I'm on 9 dice. Here, what is he? 3s and 1?
He's 3s and 1.
Which is going to be enough for what I want. So if you remember, guys, I stole, so that's the armour. So I stole Ground Pound in the first turn. So that's on 2 guild balls, which is 3 hits for him. So he's going to do Ground Pound here, which is a momentous result. So everybody, Ground Pound, all other models within the pulse, which is a 3 inch pulse, suffer 2 inch push away and 2 damage, and the knockdown condition. So we're going to resolve all of this and come back to show you. Because it's knocked down everybody, the ball from Brisket that she's just tackled is going to scatter. So we're going to go direction is 3. and distance right back into Midas's hands.
I'm joking.
3 and 2 inches, so it's actually going to land 2 inches that way. So Midas will collect it. Thank you very much.
Unbelievable.
And James is now crying. So we're back. They've all taken 2 damage and are knocked down, and the ball is now resting very nicely back with Midas. So not a very good outcome for the Butchers here. So Midas is going to hit compound again. So he's knocked down. So everybody's knocked down. So there's nobody crowding or ganging up on me, crowding out. So I'm attack 6, and he's 2'd with 1 armor. No. Reroll. So 2 hits, which is not going to be what we wanted. So he's going to take a momentous heavy burden and put it on Brisket. So that gives me a momentum. And then he's going to hit again. So again, 6 dice.
Lots of 1s.
Not all loads of 1s. So we've actually got 4 hits. So he's going to do ground pound again on them all. So they all take 2 damage again, and I might actually push them all this time. So we'll come back. So we're back here. Everybody's been dispersed from the ground pound and pushed away. So Midas is going to now shoot with his last influence. So he's got a kick of 3. I'm going to
5s.
bonus time it.
Needs 5s.
Is that tenderizer?
Defense.
So tenderizer, if he's within 4 of the goal, is it?
Within 4 inches of the goal.
So when I did my push, it's directly where I think is it ground pound anyway.
Yep.
Yeah. So I couldn't have chosen to push him away from the goal anyway. So 5s. No. So Midas fails the shot. So it's going to scatter here from the goal. So you want to put the scatter on the goal.
Face
On the
1
goal.
towards yours.
It's the kick scatter. Is it the kick scatter? So it's a kick scatter. So if you put that in front, so like centered on the goal, on the middle of the goal.
Is it from where you kick or?
Yeah, it's from where the ball would have been.
Yeah.
So direction 2, distance 3. So we now move, and then so it's going to.
Does it stop at the goal? Or does
So
it
yeah, it goes. So we go to where it would have gone.
Yeah.
So drop it 3 inches on the 2, and then you draw a direct line, like a kicking line, from the player to where the ball finally lands.
Yeah.
And if it contacts the goal, it would stop, but it looks
Doesn't.
like it's just misses, so it lands where it is, like there. And Midas was going to do a lovely 4-inch dodge to engage horrible boar, but because he's missed, he can't do that. So probably game over now for Midas, but it was worth a try. Over to the Butcher with boar here, and he's going to use his momentum to stand up, and then he's going to charge Midas. So because he touches the rough ground, he only gets a 4-inch charge. So he's going to charge to there. Midas, it's going to trigger Midas's unpredictable movement. So he's going to unpredictable sideways slightly and be just an inch away from boar. So he's engaged, and then Midas is going to counter-attack. So boar on the charge is a million dice, 12 dice on the charge, and it's 5s with no armour. Let's see all these 4s, please. Reroll 1.
I get what I need. What's the one on the floor? I'll re-roll. Yeah, it's a 4. So 4 results, and because you declared to counter, I will be knocking you down, unfortunately, which does mean that.
So he's going to knock Midas down to stop me getting my counter attack, because Midas has a push dodge on 2 hits. So if he managed to counter and boar hadn't knocked him down, he would have quite easily pushed boar away, so he couldn't keep hitting.
So I don't get my free attack.
But he's got 1 still to spend, so in effect you're getting 2 attacks. And then he's only on 4s now because he's knocked down.
Okay, so I get my 8 dice, needing 4s.
I should have used the momentum to go defensive as well, so even on 6s.
Can you do both?
Yeah, you can do both.
Okay.
But not only on the charge, so not now.
Needing 4s.
That'll do. 4 hits.
4 hits, and 4 hits with ball. We'll do a momentous 3 damage.
Ouch. Bear in mind, yeah, he only has 14 wounds, so he does go down. So that triggers Berserk.
And we'll do the same again.
So he gets another attack. And he gets the momentum back that he wanted. So 4s. So
5 hits.
4s.
Was it 4s? Or did I? Yeah, sorry.
So 4 hits. But
So
that will
4 hits
still be-
again, momentous 3 damage.
So Midas takes 6 damage. He's looking fairly vulnerable here. Before the end of the activation, those 2 momentum are going to get spent to stand Brisket up, just because James is worried here that Vitriol is lurking and may be able to do a bit of jiggery pokery on Brisket. So we'll come back now with the Alchemist act. Vitriol is going to go here, and we've measured it out here, so she's going to charge Brisket, who's in cover. So we're going to do the charge to end there. So she's actually she's just 2 inches away from Boiler, engaging him. She wants to be an inch away from the cover. Move out of the way. Inch away from the cover and engaging Brisket, but not within her unpredictable movement. So that's taken 2 for the charge. She's normally attack 5. That's right. She gets +1 because you're in cover. And then she's got 4 for the charge. She's on 10 dice here, and she's not a man, so
4s.
she's on 4s.
4s and 1. It's a terrible roll.
So 2 hits.
2 hits.
So she also gets an extra damage for someone in cover. So she wanted better than this. She's going to do a momentous push dodge. So we'll come back and set them both an inch. So Brisket is still within cover, just that gains momentum, so I'm on 2, and then she's just going to hit again. So she's now not charged, so she's only attack 6, 5 + 1 for the cover. And you're on 4s still. So 2 hits. So I'll do another momentous push dodge for the momentum. I'm going to push myself back that way to engage Boiler.
Yep.
And not end within an inch. Not that it matters because it's a dodge, not a reposition. And then my last one, I'm going to hit again. This is all fine and dandy. Absolutely nothing. So that's her done. So she's going to spend 2. Is she going to spend 2 to heal or to stand him up? She's going to heal. So she's going to heal Midas 4. And that's down to 1. It's over to the bottom. Just not going to move. So
Nope.
Brisket's going to go here. So she is just going to hit Vitriol. So she's -1 dice because of the cover.
She gets +2 for the dog, so +4 for the dog, or 2? This is attack spot 2, sorry. So she's attack 4 normally, and +2, -1.
So she's not moved. So I will. You've not moved yet, have you? So. I'll. Okay, go for it.
Yep, no counter?
No.
Cool, okay, so needing 5s. We get 3. Wow, that was good. And so 3 hits is going to be a momentous 2 damage and a 1-inch dodge. And we'll use that 1-inch dodge to stay an inch away from you, to move back to there, and we'll hit you again.
I'm going to counter attack.
Counter attack. Makes sense to do it on that one instead of the first one.
You're in cover.
I was in cover anyway.
You moved an inch around, but it doesn't
There we
matter.
go.
Yeah.
So 1.
1.
So 1 is going to be not what I wanted. I wanted a minimum of 2. So that just lets me do 1 damage. So in total, that's 3 damage so far.
Is that momentous?
That's non-momentous.
So my counter attack, I get 5 normally, +1 for the cover, and I'm getting +1 damage. And she's 4s, so 4 hits. So that
becomes 3.
Oh, you got armor. I will clone myself.
You're going to clone yourself.
Yes.
And that means that the next hit against you...
I'm ignoring.
Does that also mean that I don't get any momentum from doing it, so if I choose a result?
Yes, I believe so. It ignores the whole hit. This model may ignore the next character play or playbook result against it, then make a 2-inch dodge, so I get a dodge as well.
Very nice.
So you've got 1 left,
so
moment.
1 more, and I'll decide what I'm doing with that.
So Brisket's just going to hit to try and spring this clone.
Get rid of the clone. So
Yep.
this is where I'm going to get all GBHL 6s.
No, none.
Not a single
It's
one.
a fail. So clone doesn't get sprung. Unbelievable, Jeff. So we're back over to the Alchemists. The Alchemists, Flask is just going to trundle 4 to there, and then another 1 inch to there. So Flask is gone. Over to the Butchers.
And I'll be spending a point of momentum, I think, to stand him up
Yep.
and to run him. Well, not to run him, but you know what I
To
mean.
go and walk near Midas.
It's 6 inches, and he will just go into.
Uh-oh.
Let me just see. Yep.
Okay, so Princess is going to then just wander like the dog that he is. It looks like there's a boiler bash coming. So unpredictable movement from Midas has already been triggered, so he can't do it. He's knocked down anyway, so that's another way to get around Midas's unpredictable, is to knock him down, because he's got no melee then. Compound now is going to go, and he's just going to hit Midas. So +1 dice, -1 dice for cover and calculus. So he's attack 5, 3s and 1 armor. So 2 hits there. So we're going to take the momentous 1-inch push with the tackle on 2 hits, but not doing the tackle. So we're just going to push him 1 inch to get him out of cover. So,
This way?
yeah, towards that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And I get a momentum. And he's not moved yet, so he's probably still not going to move. He's just going to stay where he is. So I'm going to move that. So I'm still engaging him, but Boiler here is just going to saunter up. What's his move? 6. So he's going to take a parting blow from the finger talking. Parting blow from Vitriol. So she's attack 6 because of the cover. And he's what? 4s and 1. So 3 hits. So for Vitriol that is, she could not clone herself again. She could get a. She can't do push dodges or character plays, which we've learned. So she'll take 2 damage, which goes to 3. So Boiler takes 3 damage because of the cover. And then he gets his lovely little walk. So he's going to. He's not going to be able to get in.
You could get him before.
So just measure this, and he'll get to stand right next to Princess and get 3 swings of his lovely axe.
Exactly an inch away there. And he's going to spend that 1 to hit you. So he is normally tack 5, but he effectively goes up by 2 tack for the dog, for the crowding out and the +1 tack. And then he's going to get another 1 as well. Of course, for ball being engaged, and it's 4s because you're not down. So I need 4s. Lots of good results. It's not great, but that's 3, which will be enough. So what we're going to do is a momentous 2 damage, which is going to go to 3. So 3 damage, and we're going to hit you again. So here we go. Needing 4s. Oh my goodness, awful.
2,
which is enough to do the same again. A momentous 3 damage. So again, a point of momentum. Now, how much does that take you down to?
That still leaves me on 6 wounds.
So I can't kill you here.
But you make bleed as well, don't you?
I do, yeah.
So
6, as long as I
you
do
only
3
do another,
damage.
yeah.
Okay, so there's no point bonus time or anything here, I don't think. So I'll just use that. So I'll make you bleed as well, yeah?
Yeah, I'm bleeding already,
So
yeah.
as long as I can do 3 damage, so as long as I get 2 hits, 2 4 pluses. There we go. Yeah, we get 4, so that actually, oh no we don't, we get 5. So we get 5, and 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a momentous 4 damage.
Ouch. So Midas has taken so 10 damage in total then, so he's left on 2 wounds and he's bleeding. Calculus is just going to go and she's going to hit Ox. So she's normally attack 4. We've pushed him out of the cover so he doesn't get his cover, but we get 1 for compound. So he's 5.
3 and 1.
So 1 hit, which will do 1 damage.
1 damage.
So it's you to go, Tenderizer. Last one.
And Tenderizer is just going to sacrifice its movement to stand back up.
And Venom here is just going to walk up to Ox.
1 inch away?
And 1 inch away, and then he's going to hit him. So you're going to counter anything? 2.
I am not
4,
going to
6.
counter.
So I've got 7 dice with the 2 ganging ups.
3s and 1.
Wow.
So the 2 2s, and then minus another 1.
So 4 hits. I'll just check he's not got anything special. Nope. So he's going to do 2 damage, a momentous 2 damage, and a push dodge. So he's just going to move that way and that way. Let's keep them all engaged. And then he's going to hit you again. Same number of dice.
Yep.
So 5 hits this time. Which, there's no point in doing that. How many wounds have you got?
He's got loads left.
Loads. So I'll do a momentous 2 and a push dodge again, but I won't move him. So another momentum and another 2 damage. And that is the end of the turn. So we're both on 3 momentum. So we will do that first to see who goes first. I'm on 6.
I'm on
James
7.
is on more. So James will be going first. So we'll clear conditions. Ox takes 2. Midas is only on 2 wounds, so he dies.
The first VPs of the game.
So yeah, first VPs of the game, and Midas is a goner. So we've returned. Midas comes back on because he died in the maintenance phase, but he's on very low wounds. He's got 3, compound 2, calculus 1, venin 4, flask none, and vitriol has got 3. And you stacked up Ox. Brisket's got 4. Boar is going to go first and charge vitriol.
He is charging. He has to charge in a straight line, of course. And it was to that point that thing was. And he is, of course, then going to hit her. So it's +1, -1, because she gets the +1 for the cover, but then also +1 for brisket, even. So 12 dice here, needing 5s. She's got 9 health in total, hasn't she?
She's got 9 left, yeah.
9 left, so here we go. So needing 5s, I can see 3.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 hits there, which for Boar is going to do a momentous 2 damage, which isn't great. Or I could knock you down. Now, this knocking you down would be forced to hit them, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't think.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah. So I'm gonna do my momentous 3 damage, so I get my free hit.
2 damage.
2 damage. So
Yeah.
Okay. So then I get my free hit.
Yep.
My rolling needs to buck up. Okay. So needing 5s here. That's much better.
4.
So we got 4 that time. 4. Now 4 will do a momentous 3 damage, which is what I needed.
5 in total, so she's got 4 left.
So she's got 4 left. So I'm going to spend and hit again. And I'm going to bonus time this one. Okay. So
Did that second hit generate you a momentum?
Does it?
Did the second hit generate you a momentum? You've hit me twice, haven't you?
I would have done, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
I don't know. What's your?
so
Is
I'll be
it
down to
whatever
1.
your result is?
So here we go. So we get 2. So that's going to do a momentous 2 damage.
So she's got 2 left.
So she's got 2 left. Gain obviously a point of momentum for that. And I think it's worth
Making sure.
bonus time in just to make sure. Try and take her out. It's the 1.
Oh no.
Oh, you jerk.
Anything but that.
Anything but that.
1 damage.
Momentous 1 damage.
So she's left on 1 wound. How
You've got to be
horrific.
joking me. That was nearly a princess moment again.
So before we end, Ox is going to, Boar is going to heal Ox.
There we go.
Victual's just going to hit, before she dies, she's going to hit Brisket. So she's attack 5, +1 for the cover, -1 for Boar. She's only got 3 on her.
So 4's and 1.
So 1 hit. 1 damage.
1 damage.
And again. 1 hit, 1 damage. 2 hits. Which is a momentous push dodge. Off an inch, probably not. So she's going to do a push dodge. So she's going to dodge to there and then push Brisket. Stay in my melee, but out of 1 inch. And I'm going to use that momentum I've just got to heal myself. Oops, not hurt. She's on 5 wounds in cover.
And of course you would have got +1 damage because I was in the thing. So you did 6 damage in total, correct?
Yes. Yes, correct. Thank you.
You're very welcome, my friend.
Ox is going next.
He's going to pop up his legendary.
Yeah.
Because
Why
that's
not?
not the present. And he's going to hit against
Calculus.
So he is normally attack 7, but he's attack 5 here. And he'll need 4s, but there's no armour because of his legendary. So let's see what he can do. And we get 2 hits, which is a momentous 1, which becomes 3 damage, which will kill her.
Yep.
Takes me up to 2 momentum there. And then I'm then going to hit against, how much health has Benning got?
He has 16.
And this guy? Big guy, compound?
He has 20 and gluttonous mass.
20 and
So it's venom, I would.
Yeah, Benning. So Benning next.
Yeah. So 4s and ignores the armour. So
I get an extra dice because Calculus is no longer there.
Yeah.
So 4s, no armour. We get 5
5
hits that time, which is pretty good. And we are going to knock Venin down with that one, and then we're going to choose to hit again. So now on him we'll need 3s. No armour. So 3s, no armour. This is where I get loads of 2s and 1s. I've got 3 there. That's going to be a momentous 3 damage.
2, 3. Yeah.
Go up to 3.
And last one.
I've just spent that. I'm just spending that one.
Alright, okay.
And again. I should have 6 dice. Yeah, got 6 dice. So needing 3s, no armour. So 3 hits. Again, a momentous 3 damage. Takes me up to 4 momentum.
Last one.
My last one, doing the same again. Lots and lots, please. No, we get 3 again, so a momentous 3 damage, and I'm immediately going to spend that point of momentum to heal myself. So I go to 4.
Nice. The compound's just going to go here, and he's going to hit Ox. So he's going to spend that one. He's attack 5 normally, +1 for venom. You going to counter anything?
No, I think you knock down pretty easy, don't you?
Yeah. So 3's not that easy. Maybe 3.
You get 3 hits?
Yes. Oh no. So I get a. I'm going to make a momentous 2-inch push. So I'm going to push him through the gap a bit to that. And again.
This is your last one, is it?
Yeah. So
3 this time
3.
again.
So I will do. I'll do 2 damage to him.
You can do 2 damage.
Yes.
So 2 damage on Ox. Takes him back down.
And then Compound is just not moved yet, so he's going to move around here. Stay engaged because he doesn't want a parting blow. There you go. Princess is going to go and just saunter around to there.
In that position?
Yeah. Flask. Has Flask been yet? No. Flask is just going to trundle up to there and drop cover on himself. So put Venom in a tiny bit of cover. But not horrible man. There you go. Boyd is going to go here and he's going to just run back to pick the ball up, and then he's going to come back and end within 6 Biscuit and pass the ball. Try and pass the ball to Biscuit. Let's hope this goes off. So
2.
3. 2.
Kick of 2.
Is that that's your
That's
momentum?
to run.
You want to spend any momentum?
To bonus time it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm only on 1. So
Let's give it a go. Okay.
3 dice. Any 4? Yeah, just. So the ball gets past the Brisket.
Generate a point of momentum.
Is she gonna do a dodge, or is she just gonna stay where she is? You could do a dodge to here, and then if you can kill Victual, it'll set her up to score.
He's got 4 on him. Is that right?
No, that's Venom.
Oh, Benny's got 4
Yeah.
on him.
Yeah, Flask has got 4. No. By Flask.
That would set me up to score, but I think that I could probably kill you with the hits and get you next turn. So, I'll do that.
Okay.
Mind you counter and get it off, couldn't you?
I could
yeah.
dodge, yeah.
Yeah, dodge. Alright, I will spend it and I'll work out my dodge now. Said it.
Okay, so, so Brisket's got to get a dodge. Venom can't get him anyway because of unpredictable movement.
Very true.
So even if I do try.
There we go. She takes the ball with her to there, and I've already spent that momentum.
Over to the Alchemists. So Venom is just going to go, and he's going to forego his move to hit Ox. And he's just going to hit Ox. So he's attack 5 + 1 for Compound. 3s and 1. So 3 hits. So Venom for 3 hits, he can do 2 damage.
2, done.
And then again. So he's got 4. So that's 3 hits again. So he'll do another 2. And again. That's better. That's 5 hits. So he'll do a momentous 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. A non-momentous 3, sorry.
Yeah.
And then last one. That's 3 hits, which is 2. And he's going to spend that momentum to make any poisoned models also gain bleeding.
Nice.
So he's bleeding now as well. Over to you. That's Biscuit's going to go here, and she's just going to jog up to be within an inch of the cover. She's 10 inches from the goal. She has the ball, so she's going to super shot herself.
So spending 1 to super shot.
And she's going to
spend 1 to do the shot itself.
So you're going to dirty knife first, because as soon as you score, you end your activation.
Yeah, that's dirty knife first, because you know what you're talking about.
So spend 2 to dirty.
And I'm dirty knives in.
Venom.
Venom's quite.
Venom's got 7 wounds left. Yeah, he's 4s and 1. So 4s to hit Venom on 2 dice. So yeah, he's a dirty knife as well. So
he takes 1 damage, but it becomes 2 damage because I'm within 6 inches.
His legendary's up.
Yep.
So is that another one as well?
I'm not within 4 though.
Oh right, okay. So
it's just 1 plus 1 more.
And then she's going to super shot and shoot.
Super shot and shoot. So shooting obviously costs 1.
You going to bonus time it? Not with super
dice.
shot really.
2. So she's got 4 dice here to score. Needing 4 plus. Yeah.
Just. So that's a goal. So that puts the Butchers 8-0 up. And you're on 3 momentum. You got another momentum back. So I'll just do the ball is going to get kicked 10 inches up there. And it's going in the 4 inches. So it's going 4 inches that way. So it's going to end about there. Thank you. And then it's Alchemist activation, and I've only got Midas to go. So we will. He can only jog 5, so he's going to have to. We'll measure this. And Midas here is just going to charge into Ox. So he's got the distance, so he's going to charge up to there for 2. So he's on 6 dice for the charge, +1 for venom, and +1 for compound, and +4 for charging.
What health are you on?
I'm only on 5.
Okay, so I will declare counter attack.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yep.
I don't know if that's worth it or not, but we'll see.
Cut.
2s and 1s, so I can only see 3 2s there, and then another 1.
So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 for Midas, which is a wrap. So I've decided I'm not going to knock him down here. I'm going to do 2 momentous damage and 1 momentous damage. The 2 momentous damage is a push dodge as well, so I'm going to. Oh, that's going to push him in. So there's no point doing that. So he's going to stay there. So that does 3 damage on Ox, and he gets counter attack. So how many dice? You normally.
So 7 usually,
minus
but
2
goes down to 5. So I'm on this number. So 5.
5.
So if you're on 5 health, if I get 4 here, it's 5 hit, you know, isn't it?
You only get 4 damage on 4, won't you?
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. Ox is terrible.
Ox.
So here we go.
King of the swingers. So 3 hits.
Pretty good.
So 3 damage,
So yeah,
presumably.
3 damage.
That takes Midas down to 2 wounds, and he's going to spend the next one to hit. So that gives me 1 momentum. So 2, 4, 6 normally, and then +2. 3s. Ooh, and 1 armor. 2, 4, 6 hits. So I'll do momentous 2 damage and a push dodge. I'm going to dodge myself 1 inch that way. So that takes so Ox is going to die in the maintenance phase. So it takes him down to 3. And I'm on 2 momentum. So have you got anyone else to go?
Yeah, we've got Tenderizer.
The Tenderizer to go here.
The Tenderizer will do
The Tenderizer.
2 to there, and Willie. He wants to stay within 4 of the goal really, so he's just going to move up to that position there.
Yep, makes sense.
There we go.
So
2 each.
End of the turn. I'm on 2 each.
So Ox will die.
So I'll roll for. I'm on a 3, so I'm on 5.
I'm going to get a 4.
And the Butchers go first. So Ox dies here, and Venin takes 2 damage. And we will come back when we've allocated him. So we are fully allocated here, and Brisket has 4, and she is going to try.
Can I just point out that this is purely for fun, and this is Chris's suggestion entirely.
So Brisket is going to try and end the game.
This is a trap.
It's 8-2, so Brisket's going to try and end the game in 1 activation. She's going to charge into Venin. If you go that way, you'll stay out of Flask's melee.
Yeah.
So she's on the charge on Venin. She needs to do 3 damage to kill Venin, and then she's going to try and Dirty Knives Midas, because he's only got 2 wounds left to kill Midas as well. Let's see if this works. So how many dice are you on?
She can't do 3 damage without wrapping, you know that, don't you?
Well,
she does 2 damage, 2 damage, 2 damage.
But yeah, how many dice you got then? 8.
Yeah.
He's 4s. 1 armor.
This is all Chris's plan. There is no tactical input from me. This could be just him leading you astray.
You need a wrap then. If you get the wrap, then.
Look at him, he knows. He knows.
6 hits. 6 4s. Oh, that's a shame. We've only got 5.
That's enough to wrap. She's got 4 on a column.
I have armour.
Are you joking?
I'm not joking.
You're such a scumbag. Yes, he's completely generated. He knows what he's doing. He's put all his influence where he wants. He's like, oh yeah, you might as well just do this, end the game quick.
So this does 2 damage to Venin.
2 damage, yeah. Momentous 2 damage gives me 1 point of momentum.
So he's got 1 wound left. You have 2 influence to go. You can Dirty Knives Midas now anyway.
No,
or you just kill Venin off.
I'm just going to kill Venin.
Okay.
So
this will be set over soon anyway, because this will put you on 10.
here we go. So
That's enough to do one.
kills him. With 2 damage. Again, 2 more points of momentum. That's 3.
That puts you on to 10.
That puts me on to 10.
My battery's about to die
Brisket
on my...
is going to heal herself for one of those.
Oh, what a scumbag. Healing.
2. There we go.
Butchers don't heal.
She got one more.
Yep.
And one more.
Can't
She's
do
going to
anything.
hit him, but
Yeah.
it obviously doesn't count.
So roll just in case you miss them all.
So
So how many dice? 4. What is he? 3s with 1 armour. So it does, so Gluttonous Mass kicks in, so I ignore it.
And I don't get any momentum for that either.
You don't get any momentum.
There we go. So Chris's grand plan didn't pay off.
Oh well, let's put you on 10. And you're just going to go and kill Victual next.
We'll see.
So Victual here is going to have to go and try and save herself. Well then Midas could go and heal her. So Compound's going to go. He's going to hit Brisket. So he's attack 5 against Brisket. So is he a man? I'm guessing he's a man.
Yep.
Yep. So she's 5.
5 to hit her.
Her 2. You got 1 armor. So 1 damage. And again.
No.
And again. Uh-oh. Didn't go very well. 1 damage. So 2 damage in total. And I didn't get the momentum I needed to heal. So none of them are momentous. So it's Butcher's time to round out the game, hopefully. Let's go.
Well, as a hit, Tenderizer is going to charge up. Engaging Vitriol. So that's cost 2. So he's attack 5 normally. And he gets +1 for bore. And then he's got 4 for the charging.
Do it where I can see.
Yeah. Okay, so he does need 5s here. So lots of 5s and 6s. And I can see 2.
1, 2.
I can see 2, which isn't great. So 2, I'm going to do a momentous 1 damage.
So she's now got 4 wounds left.
He's got 4 wounds left, and he's going to hit again. Come on, knockdown. Okay, so he's only got 6 this time. This is where I roll all 6s. Whatcha! I get 2. I'm going to do a momentous 1 damage again.
3 wounds to go.
3 wounds to go, huh? And with the final one, I'm going to bonus time it. So I've got 7 dice. Medium 5s. Come on!
Wow.
Oh, I'm not going to count those cocked. Nothing.
Wow.
Absolutely nothing.
So she is left on 3, so it's going to be Vitriol to try and survive here. And that Vitriol is going to try and save herself here. So she's going to hit. Who's best to hit? Boar. She's going to hit Boar. So attack 5 minus 1. So she's attack 4 here. Are you going to counter attack?
No.
2s. No armour, so 4 hits for Vitriol. She could do 3 damage. She could clone herself. She's going to clone herself.
That means that she ignores the
next attack.
And she gets a 2-inch dodge.
Yep. And then that's momentous, so then she's going to use her next one to hit him again.
Yep.
So 4 again. So same again. So she's actually just going to do a push dodge.
Is that momentous?
A momentous push dodge, yeah. So she's going to dodge. So she's out of his. She's within an inch of cover. But she's still staying with him, so he doesn't get his free charge. And then she's going to use... She's on 2 momentum, so she's going to use 1 to heal herself. And we'll come back in a minute. So Pouchy is going to walk up and hit her. Try and get rid of the clone, presumably.
Mm-hmm. He's attack 4.
Alright.
Attack 4.
2 hits.
So he gets 2 hits. And with 2 hits... He's going to do a momentous 2 damage, which obviously doesn't.
So clone goes.
And I don't get the momentum for that, is that right?
I get a 2-inch dodge, and you don't get the momentum. So we'll. I actually don't
that
know.
include things like bleed and stuff like that, doesn't it? Blood.
I don't know if I want... I don't actually want to dodge, because if I dodge I'm going to go out of cover. And if I dodge I go out of Boar's melee, which means he gets to charge me. Which is not the best thing to do. So over to so Alchemists to go. Flask is just going to trundle around to the other side there to try and block Biscuit in. And so over to the Butchers. Time for Boar. So she's healed, so she's on 7.
Oh yeah, it was ignored, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So if I hit.
But Boiler will be able
to get it.
if you can charge from there. You will probably.
8 inches. Yep.
And you've got
Yeah.
to finish off.
I'll do that charge.
Yep.
Ready?
So Boiler is going to charge in. So engage with the dog as well, so he gets an extra attack and an extra damage. So -1, +1, +2, +3 actually.
Alright.
And for the charge.
So 1 for dog, 2 for dog, 1 for him.
Him.
You're out of him now,
Yeah.
aren't you? And then
His normal 5. Yeah, and then +4 for charging.
+4 for charging.
And then you
minus
lose
1
1
for
for cover, yeah. Wowzers, so 5 here. And you make me bleed as well, remember. Wow, okay, so 3 hits, 4 hits.
So 4 hits
be
for
enough.
Boiler. He can knock you down. He's going to do a momentous 2 damage.
And I gain bleeding.
And you gain bleeding. There we go.
So Midas is going to hit on Biscuit here. So he's going to just jog up to there to block her in. So that unfortunately her unpredictable movement doesn't work because she can't go anywhere. So he's going to spend 1 to hit her. So he's 6 normally. +1 for compound, +1 for flask.
Nearly 5s.
Needing 5s. Nothing because of armour. And again.
Nothing.
Midas, the Midas show. And then another one.
2 that time.
2. I was wanting to, so I'll do 1 damage, or 2. I'll gain the momentum. You've got loads of momentum, so 1 damage.
1 damage.
Yep. And again, how many was that? Was that 3 rolls? Nothing. Is that it? Walked. I had 5 on him, I think. Or 6 on him.
So you got 1 more.
Casual. 2, 4, 6.
There you go.
2 hits.
2 hits.
So another 1 damage.
So 1 damage.
Boo!
No momentum.
So finally, hopefully, this is the end of Vitriol. So Boar is just gonna, bully her into the ground, and he does do it.
He might have done this on his own. Hang on. So 6 on Boar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no. So momentous 3 damage.
So takes her down to 2 wounds, but he gets a free attack. She would die anyway because of bleeding, but he wants to finish in style here.
So he does.
2 to go.
And it goes down.
And he's done it.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely mullowing there by the Butchers. That early goal from Midas, I think, was the key, missing that and then dying. But yeah, fantastic game. So we will have a very, very quick post-match chat.
Eat some
and then we're going to eat because we're starving. See you in a bit. Bye. We're back. So this is the match of the hay. The review of
That's what we're calling
the games. That's what we're calling it now. So you'll have seen I got absolutely mullered by the Butchers there. So it was a 12-2 in the end. I think both of us were flaking a bit at the end. We're very ready for lunch. It's 3:30. We're not had lunch yet, so I think we rushed through a few things at the end. But I think it was only going one way really. How did you find that? What did you think then?
Yeah, and I think it did feel like it was only going one way, and one of the big reasons for that is that you just weren't able with the Alchemists to be able to put out the kind of damage and exploit the main weakness of the Butchers, which is how delicate that they are. So as a result, when you didn't manage to score with Midas, and of course that's a big risk, putting him up there right in the middle of the Butchers bubble, without them being able to dodge and get and obviously engage the models you want to engage, to stop them from charging. That then obviously meant him being taken out was going to put Vitriol, who was also overextended, in a bit of a...
In trouble, yeah.
But I think a big part of that comes from how well Ox was able to hold up against the other Alchemists.
Well, as you saw, he was tying up three of my models, so Ox just spent the whole game. He did eventually die, but only because Midas came back as reinforcements, but he took pretty much the whole game, took three of my models completely out of it, which left you completely open to gang up on Midas without any repercussions, and on Vitriol without worrying about people dying. So.
And interestingly, not having Shank, which I did feel quite a few times, there were a few times where those 6-point activations with Shank would have been very possible, especially with that 2-inch melee. I'm particularly thinking of a lot of the Vitriol situations where Shank could have gone in, could have finished her off, could have done dodges away and where'd they goes and go and score. So I did miss that, but what it did mean was that influence-wise on my team, there weren't many places to put it, you know. So most of it was going on Ox. So it meant Ox on his own, he was able to really tank himself up or do a lot of damage and pin down
and I think initially you found the first couple of turns Midas is unpredictable, quite hard to deal with. Not knowing who, I think, but at one point Ball was just out. If Shank was in, he would have solved that problem as well. So that's I'm pleased. It's been a good showcase of the other Butchers models, I suppose. Tenderizer again did a bit in that game. Boar did a bit. Yeah, well, you needed 5s to score the goal. It did make a difference. Because I think you did roll A4. I think it was a 1. Was it a 1, 3 and a 4? Comment below. Yeah, can't remember now.
But I also think taking a risk early on with Ox, with that final activation, or pretty much one of those final activations,
that worked well.
And chucking him in, and it was a risk. But with him being swift stanced, which made a huge difference because you rolled a lot of 3s, but swift stance with 2 armour because of tough skin, just to get that momentum to try and guarantee the next turn, I felt pretty confident that I would then at that point be able to do quite a bit. But he didn't kill Calculus. There were a lot of, I had a lot of points in that game where I was 1 or 2 damage away from finishing people off, and I had some shocking dice rolling. The result is rather nice in comparison. It doesn't actually feel like I did that well. It felt like just because of the 2 teams, I ended up doing well because of the matchup.
And again, I think Alchemists are quite good at stopping the opponent getting VPs quickly, because that was quite a long slog of a game, and it took a while for you to get to the 12. But I did struggle myself to then turn that around, like with Engineers, to generate those VPs myself, especially when Midas goes. When Midas gets taken out early, you're kind of really only looking at Vitriol in the team that I played to sort of generate VP, so that's what I struggle with.
Now, are you, in terms of what Midas stole, because Midas obviously can steal these big damage dealing plays and get them off reasonably easy, are you glad that you stole ground and pound?
I'm glad from the fluff side of it. It was hilarious, and I thought it was great. And if perhaps I'd have been able to go second, if he'd have scored, which probably would have meant I would have gone second, I'd have then been able to ground pound again after that for the first activation of the turn, taking loads of people down. That was the plan. If that had gone off, I think I would have been in with a good chance of taking the game. But with that not going off, it then felt like a waste. Maybe in hindsight, taking Super Shot to give me an extra dice for the shot would have maybe made me a little more defensive.
Yeah, it seemed a more obvious choice, didn't it, to go for Super Shot, I think.
But the whole point of these is to try new things, try something different, and the possibility of that going off would have been hilarious.
We did do some silly things in that game, by the way.
We didn't play it sort of as straight down the board as we would in a tournament, but it was good.
It was great fun. In terms of man of the match, who do you reckon?
Ooh.
I think I know who it is.
I think Ox.
Yeah, he might have got taken down, and you wouldn't normally put him in such a precarious situation, but I did feel reasonably confident that you weren't going to be able to do the damage on him without sacrificing Midas from...
Knowing I don't have the big heavy hitters in the team, he's a bit more... you can throw him in a bit easier without worrying about that. But I don't think there was not really anybody on my team that did anything of note, really.
Vitriol took a lot of energy from
she did, but without getting any outcome, really. So there you go. There's another Butchers win and another match report here on
Abattoir. No, sorry.
So join us next time, and thanks for watching. Comment, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Cheers, guys.
See you guys.